Hey everybody, it's William Narod here, the Paradise Guy. I got an exciting video for you today. Guess what? We're going to talk about places that you want to go here in Huatulco where you can get food service on the beach and you can also swim. You see, these are two very important activities when you go to the beach. Obviously, you want to get in the water if you can. And secondly, you want to fill your belly with some delicious food. So stay tuned. We got our top 6 beaches coming up right now. Well, I think it only appropriate that since we're here at Playa Mage, that we start with that as one of the most swimmable and, of course, one of the best restaurant selections that you can possibly have here in the Huatulco area. This beach is easy to get to. It's literally about 10 minutes from town. Take a taxi. Every taxi in town knows where it is, and they will drop you off even at your favorite restaurant. So we love to hang out here at Las Hamacas. Las Hamacas has great food. The service is spectacular, and we like the beach that's right in front because it's very, very swimmable. So one of the things we love about Mage is the fact that we have all of these boats out here. These are tour providers. Literally, if you want to go fishing, if you want to go see other bays, it really doesn't matter what you want to do. You got plenty of boats out here that are willing and able to take you wherever you want to go, and you can negotiate your price out here because there's lots of competition. Now, a lot of big boats come to this bay as well from Playa Santa Cruz, which we're going to talk about here in a second. And they come in here and they drop people off for a few hours. They come in here, they enjoy the great restaurants, they enjoy swimming here, and it's a great time for everybody. So if you're looking for a great place to hang out for the day where you can swim and you can eat and you can go on excursions, well, look no further than Playa Mage. All right, the next beach on our list is Playa Santa Cruz. Now, you know this is one of our favorite hangouts. This beach is centrally located. It's easy to get to. Literally, they drop you in a cab and you are on the beach in like 20 steps. It's literally that close. It has a play area for kids. It has great restaurants. It has nice swimming. This is where all the cruise ships come in and dock and drop off all the people that come up and hang out on the beach. They spend their money in the restaurants. This is probably the most commercial beach of all the beaches in Huatulco. If you're looking for activity, if you're looking for energy, if you're looking for music, if you're looking for good food, and you want to swim, I highly recommend Playa Santa Cruz. Okay, our next beach, not to be forgotten, very important beach, and that is Playa La Entrega. Playa La Entrega is a great beach, and it is a local favorite. Yes, when you go down there, you're going to find lots and lots of the locals hanging out there. It is definitely their hot spot. Lots of great restaurants, great swimming. They even have areas where you can jump off the pier into the water. Kid friendly as can be, lots and lots of kids down there. So if you got kids, definitely consider that. And we found that the restaurant offerings down there are actually quite good. It's very easy to get to. And if you go down there earlier in the day, you're going to find that the waters are less crowded. You're going to find the beach is less crowded. You're going to find that the water is generally calmer. So depending upon what activities you want to partake in, early in the day, late in the day, it can make a difference. If you have any questions about this or any other beach that we're mentioning here today, or any other beach at paradisesky.tv, hit us up at info@paradisesky.com. We'll give you all the information you need so that you can go to the type of beach that you want to go to. There are over 36 different beaches, well, not over, but 36 different beaches here in the Huatulco area. There are 9 different bays, and if you go up and down the coast, there are 50, maybe even 60 different beaches to choose from. We're trying our best to cover every single one of them. So stay tuned to paradisesky.tv for more info coming your way very, very soon. Now let's get on to our next beach. Okay, next on our list is a little less known beach. And actually, it doesn't have a restaurant. It has people that literally cart in cooking equipment and food and alcohol every single day. And they have umbrellas and they have seating. And they will actually serve you right there on the beach. But it's a little bit difficult to get to. You have to park up on the road, or you have to take a cab up on the road, and you have to hike in. And what beach am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Playa El Tejon. So Playa El Tejon is in the Choway area here in Huatulco. You can hike down a path, which, by the way, can be a little slippery, a little, sketchy at times, depending upon how loose the gravel is. But it's a very short hike in. Once you get down there, the beach is awesome. The swimming is usually good, although sometimes the waves can be a bit rough. And right there on the beach, you've got a bar that's set up where you can get all sorts of mixed drinks, even beer, and you can order food and they will literally bring it out to you at your tent or under one of their umbrellas, and they will serve you a nice meal. Now, is this the same as eating in a restaurant? No. Actually, it's a little bit cheaper and it seems a little bit more secluded. Now, one thing you need to know about the El Tejon, or the Playa El Tejon area, is that it is rapidly being developed. Yes, they have torn down the hillsides all around it. There are resorts that are being built and condos all around it. So, for right now, it's still kind of a low traffic beach, but in the future, we think that it's going to be very, very popular, and you're probably going to see a little bit of competition as far as food and beverage down there as well. So that's Playa El Tejon. Let's move on to our next beach. All right, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to turn it over to Christina. She's going to talk about some of her favorite beaches where you can swim and have something delicious to eat. So Christina, take it over.
So, our next beach is one that is pretty close to our hearts. Why? Well, we've had some wonderful memories there. And guess what? The bonus is that it is pretty accessible to pretty much everyone in the 9 Bays area of Huatulco because it's really close to everything. It is a little bit east of the Choway area, which is pretty central, but a little bit before the hotel zone of Tangalunda and whatnot. It is Playa Aracito, and to get there, you have to get off the main road, Boulevard Benito Juarez. And then you go through this nice little winding road that takes you past some really stunning properties, actually. And then you go down to the beach. Now, you don't park directly at the beach. You park sort of in front of an entrance area that has a beautiful walkway that you can tell that they invested a little bit of funds into so that it looks very well appointed. You walk, it's well lit too, actually. You walk down that, there's a few vendors, not too many, and then you get to this beach area, but you have to go through a restaurant. There is one restaurant, and this restaurant is owned by what seems to be one family, and they have different sections that they control, or something like that, because it's a pretty big restaurant. There are a lot of tables, but it's still one enterprise. And you can walk through that and go on the beach, not order anything from the restaurant, or you can stay at the restaurant and they have some great food, they have beer, all of that good stuff. They are very friendly as well and great on customer service, and there are some vendor kiosks in case you are interested in buying something local. The beach itself is, well, it's actually kind of granular, and I think that's where the name comes from. Playa Aracito means little rice, so the granular substance, I guess, is what means it like that. And the water is actually really crisp and really calm. It's a well-framed beach. It's not very large, and it is not too commercial. It is not restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. There is Cosmo, which is a beautiful residential resort. They have a restaurant called Ocean, and that is a little further up the hill. So if you want to do some more fine dining, say in the evening, that's an option as well. But it's not really a beach restaurant per se. And, you know, it's a very come-as-you-are style beach. There are a few boats that go there, but not too much. It's not heavy on boat traffic like here at Mage. You can swim very nicely. The waves are generally never too high, and the Las Brisas Hotel overlooks it from the other side. So that's how close you are to that resort, and you should check out that video from us as well. Yeah. Yes, every once in a while I like to stand next to a peacock, because peacocks, you know, they're kind of cool. They matter. And there was a peacock. Floaty peacock. You get those at the beach here at Mage. But we're not talking about Mage next. No, we've already done that. So we are going to talk about Bahia Conejos, the bunny beach. Yeah, Conejos actually means rabbit in Spanish, so it's the beach over the Bay of Rabbits. And I love Bahia Conejos. It is a relatively large beach, and it is beautiful. It's just got a very great sunshine aspect to it. You can see that in our video all about Bahia or Playa Conejos if you go in and check it in our library. But it is actually also a great beach for swimming, and now, guess what? Since last year, they've added a restaurant. No, they don't have restaurant after restaurant after restaurant, but they have one just as you get down the walkway from the main road to the beach area. Caveat, that walkway is a bit of a challenge, as you have seen maybe before in our videos, or you can go and check out, or you can experience for yourself if you go and you just want to wing it. You're let off from the main road, which is Benito Juarez, and then you walk down, and it's a little bit steep, so it's doable. It's not too long. You get through it, and then it has a beautiful lookout area, which is stunning, but you have to be careful. You have to make sure you're wearing the right shoes. But it is not too challenging, trust me. I've done it. We've done it with a baby on our backs, lots of stuff with us, so it's okay. But once you get down, yes, you are rewarded by a nice new restaurant where they have lots of beach tables. It looks very friendly, and it's got a great view of the entire bay. But for swimming, I do recommend that you mosey on over to the far eastern side of the bay to check out the calmer waters, because at the end that I was describing with the restaurant, it is a little bit rougher. It always depends, of course, on the slope of the seabed and the ocean. Sometimes also of course, the currents at any given time, the waves, the winds, and the shape of the bay itself. If it's an open area beach like, Tangalunda is much more open, you're going to have bigger waves as a general rule. So Conejos is great because you've got options there. You don't have a lot of options in terms of restaurants, but that's okay. If you don't even want to go to the restaurant, yeah, you can pitch a tent or just sit there and look at the resort people come out of the Secrets Resort that is located just above the beach. It's a really beautiful hotel, adults only, and it's got an interesting sort of vibe because of all of that. Now, if you do want a quieter beach that is really close to Conejos, but without anybody really on it, you can just walk across a covered little walkway, natural pathway that's maybe a 1-minute walk, if that, and you get to Playa Mage, which is completely just beautiful, untouched almost, and undeveloped and gorgeous in that sense, but no food options. You have to go back to the other end of the Conejos beach for that.
Okay, so our bonus beach here is Playa
San Augustine. Bahia San Augustine.
It is Bahia San Augustine, Playa San Augustine. You'll hear it referred to as the same. Bahia, of course, means bay, and of course, Playa means beach. But this is a very special beach. Christina, tell us a little bit about the trip to get here.
Yes, so it's actually really close to the airport, which is about a 20-minute drive down the highway from the Bays area, the main Bays area, Cruz and whatnot. But that said, there's a turnoff, and then there's this beautiful winding road that goes through the countryside a little bit, and there's some dirt road involved, and that takes you another 30 minutes at least. But you know what? It's really pastoral, and it's really beautiful to look at all of the plantations and the fruit and the people. Yes, there are people who are living there and enjoying life and building lives, and you know what? Just take it as an adventure in and of itself.
Yeah, so getting here down that road, it takes a little while, so you have to be patient. Also, if you take a taxi here, you're going to want to have that taxi wait for you, because getting a taxi to drive all the way down here and pick you up and take you back to Huatulco, well, that's not going to happen. So for the entire day here today, we paid 1,000 pesos to have our taxi bring us here, wait for us, and when we're done at 6 p.m. this evening, he's going to take us home. So let's talk about this beach. Now, this beach here has one of the best snorkeling opportunities here in Huatulco. It really is a place you want to bring your snorkel gear to. Secondarily, it's a great beach to watch because it goes from clear over here all the way over there. So great beach to walk, and it also has some great restaurants. What do you think about the restaurant offering here?
You know, it's of course beach restaurants, but they have some difference in variety and in style. There are some fancier options. There is more like the fishermen just brought it off the boat and they cook it variety, which is, you know, more direct in style, as I'm gonna say. There's some shops, actually, small shops and kiosks where you can buy beach toys and floaties and things like that. And what I really love about this beach is that it's not only super clear, which is why it's such a great snorkeling location, but it's so calm most of the time.
All right, so this is Playa San Agustin. If you want to go to a beach where you can eat and you can swim and even have some of the best snorkeling here in the Huatulco area, this is the beach to come to. We appreciate you being here and watching this video with us, and we also appreciate you staying here to the very end. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe now to the channel. We got lots more videos coming here to paradisesky.tv. Well, hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us for today's video, where we highlighted the 6 top beaches here in the Huatulco area where you can eat great food and you can swim in this beautiful Pacific Ocean. If you have any questions about any of these beaches or anything else in the Huatulco area, including beach clubs, restaurants, where to go, what to do, what not to do, heck, even real estate, please hit us up at info@paradisesky.com. We're always here to help, always here to be your trusted resource for all things Huatulco, the Riviera Maya, and of course, where we lived for 5 years, beautiful Belize. With that, my name is William Narod. As always, I am the Paradise Guy. Hey, let's hear from you soon and see you down here even sooner. Thanks so much for joining us. Cheers.